Hello everyone, welcome back to LegendBTV. Oh my god, it has been quite a minute. Forgive me for looking a little tired. But you know, enough about me. I wanted to hop on here and give you all a video. This is going to be a video about my year in review. I just wanted to kind of sit down and have a little chat with you guys. Not only that, but like I wanted to make kind of like a time capsule like video to look back and be like, oh my god, 2022 was one hell of a year, because it absolutely was for me anyway. I would describe it basically as like the highest highs and the lowest lows I've had in my entire life in terms of experiences. It really felt like the most like wild a year has ever been in my life, outside of YouTube and stuff. And I want to get into why. There's quite a few different like segues I'm going to split this video off in. I am sorry if this video isn't one of my like more comedic videos, you know. It's just something like I kind of wanted to make. Firstly, I want to get into where the hell I've been, you know, why I haven't been making videos and all that stuff. I want to make that quick just so, you know, you all who are wondering that, you know, can get your info. And then if you want to stay for the rest of the video, feel free. Okay, so basically I've just been like really freaking busy, and I know it's like that's an excuse, I get it, but like mainly my main problem in addition to that, I kind of just got stuck in terms of content, not knowing what to make, to be honest. Like it got to where like during the pandemic I was like, okay, there's nothing else really to do, so I just was like, okay, yeah, continue the music reactions, and I did my Dan Schneider videos and stuff. The problem is like my audience would get split up into like 5 different things because of doing so much stuff. Because like I would do YTP reactions, music video reactions, like, you know, the occasional album review, a Twitter topic, and the Dan Schneider videos. Like I think what really sucked about having that every Dan Schneider show ranked video blow up like that, it was amazing. I'm glad it did. But I think what sucked is like so many of those people initially were probably like, okay, I want more stuff like this. That's what they subscribe for, and then the rest of that they see for a while is just like music stuff, and they're like, what? I don't want to see him talk about this, you know, like, no. And eventually, like, I just got burned out of doing Dan Schneider stuff, because like I was talking about shows that haven't even been relevant for like a decade and stuff. Like, I mean, yeah, people still talk about them, but like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like talking about something current usually, aside from like talking about the new iCarly and stuff. But like, eventually you just get tired of the same old thing, and I think that tends to happen sometimes. Usually, the bad thing about the pandemic hitting was like music videos were becoming less interesting. Music in general, pop music, I think has trended toward the less interesting, in my opinion, over the past few years too. So there was less of a passion to like rush and like make a video about it. Maybe I was getting a little burned out too. I don't know what it was, but yeah. That's basically it. That's basically why I haven't uploaded most all year. You got like 1 video this year, and I feel bad about that. But I still am continually uploading on my TikTok at LegendBTV. I realize it's not the same quality, I feel like, as these YouTube videos are, but it's like, I'm going to try and like work some new ideas to that. But that's basically where I've been there. So let's segue into some amazing things and some terrible things that have happened in 2022 for me, and basically why it's been so hectic of a year. So first of all, as always, I had my amazing group of friends I created some wonderful memories with all year. Couldn't be more thankful for them. We went on some amazing trips together and stuff. The first being our huge vacation in Nashville. It was the first time this group of guys from a small town basically went and took a vacation. We went down to Nashville, Tennessee. Of course, that's where Nashville is. But yeah, it was the first time all of us really have been away from home for that long, 4 days. It was quite a unique and interesting trip because it really tested the dichotomy of like all of our friendship. It was like 4 of us guys together. It was interesting. You know, I thought when I planned this trip, because like I was the one who planned all this stuff, when I planned it, I didn't expect so much of a clash in ideas and like ways people like to spend their vacation. I probably should have, but it's like, yeah, something I did learn. It's like, oh, you know, my friends, we all get along so well whenever it's something simple, like, oh yeah, going out to eat, or like going out for just a night on the town or something. But it's like when you have this giant setup of a vacation like that for 4 days, you really get the ins and outs of everyone. There was a lot of tension built up in that vacation. It was like we kind of got frustrated at times, and people would get on each other's nerves, and you really saw different sides of people. And like some people were nervous about being in a big city. I mean, I wasn't. I love big cities, but you know, some people just weren't used to the atmosphere. Some people just don't have the energy to walk. Like it just, yeah, it's crazy. And it's like, I didn't really notice that until like that trip there. basically helped me discover that it's like, yo, everyone's gonna be different. I do have some funny videos though from the trip and like funny things that happened. It is now 8:55. We're now in Owensboring with Brian, Daniel, something, the singing dude, and you. We're gonna get some I hope it's. Never mind. I hope I die. What name we choosing? Just go with mine.
Yeah, okay.
So
anything other than your suggestions.
What? Just go with my name.
Man up and try that coffee.
There's gonna be a lot of mom or that's what she said, dude.
I'm about to try coffee.
I saw that.
That is some potent beverage.
That is some potent beverage.
I saw that.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Now drink the
recording.
coffee.
Okay. Come on, baby, I'm recording.
Okay. Your tape is going down.
Okay.
Oh my God, that was loud. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Can I get a different table? Please.
Oh. Okay, I actually did try. Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Day 1. 11:34 in the nighttime, and we're starting to lose our mind. All right, finally, we're about to leave for the first time in 3 days.
Because Chris is going to have to come back and pay for his as well.
No, can you not?
So yeah,
That was the first time you've ever done that, and I want it to be the last time.
What did he do? What?
He referenced a Disney movie.
and put 3 days in it.
No, I just didn't like the fact that you referenced the Disney movie.
I didn't like it either, but I wanted to at least not say the original thing. Okay.
Actually, you know what? Never mind. Putting the 3 days on it made it even worse.
Way to go, buddy. It took us 3 days to make that potato salad. 3 days!
I will destroy you.
He's destroying me good.
And you fucking idiot! Oh my fucking God.
She ain't gonna see it.
I
Bro,
thought
Ben,
I thought you said
Ben,
people
fuck
physics.
off. Ben, stop.
Aww.
Creepy ass motherfucker.
Yeah, listen, it was fine until you said, "Let me get my camera."
Really? So like, yeah, there were a lot of good memories. It was a good trip overall. It was a flawed trip, but like, it was a really good one, especially for like our first vacation together. So yeah, that was nice. In addition to that, I had a couple of really, really good trips with another buddy of mine from Michigan. You may know him as Beetle Bat. Yeah, we went to Columbus, and that was one hell of a time. We had some drama there, actually. I mean, it wasn't like as bad as some of the drama with my buddies at Nashville. We ended up, you know, wanting to go to the nightclubs and stuff, and that was when you may have saw on social media earlier this year that I was at the gay club with him, and I didn't know it was a gay club at first. Genuinely didn't. If you weren't aware, this is what happened. Check it out.
This is the moment where I realize what I have gotten myself into, and Ben did not know. Oh boy.
Man, I just feel stupid about this club thing. I looked at all these clubs, and every single one of them said nightclub, except for the one we went to said gay nightclub, and I didn't know. I feel like a dumbass. If I were you, I'd just call me a dumbass.
You're a dumbass.
Shut up! Okay, alright.
Sorry.
Okay, guys, it's all good. The beef is squashed.
I knew you'd appreciate. You'd grow a fondness to this.
It was something else, bro. Like, But I want to say this again, y'all, in case you guys were questioning this. Yes, I am straight. Yes.
Me too, I swear.
Yes, and you straight too. So I'm gonna need you to apologize on camera for this, for the terrible research you just did. Because I kid you not, bro. We looked this up. I kid you not. Right after, and crap you not. See this? Access nightclub, gay nightclub.
I didn't know.
Bro, what?
No, but it was so fun. Guys, go visit Access Nightclub, Columbus, Ohio. Do it. It's $10. Best night of your life, right there.
No, you need to apologize. you need to apologize.
Sorry.
No, that's not sincere enough.
Sorry. Oh. But yeah, he wasn't too happy about that. It cost us being able to go to the strip club because then he didn't feel comfortable going to any more clubs with me because he thought I was tricking him into going to the gay club, which I would later do with another friend on another trip, but that's a different day. Columbus, Ohio was a fantastic vacation, though. There was a lot of, like, dancing to songs. There was, like, partying to Maroon 5 songs. We would, like, sing to the top of our lungs at night, driving around the city, driving to different locations. And you just couldn't get any better than that. Two hardcore fans of the same band just singing their hearts out.
Dude, I'm acting completely dorky, but this is so fun already. I can't take it.
It seems really dorky, but it's like, it's a hell of a good time. Like, I can't express how happy I was. Like, I couldn't ask for any more. It was just amazing. And then later on, we had an amazing trip to Detroit, in Michigan. Yeah, I was basically going up there because we were going to go see Maroon 5 in concert again. We had seen them before, and then they were playing again. So like, yo, let's go meet up. Let's go see Maroon 5 again. Unfortunately, they canceled, but that wouldn't mean we was going to cancel a damn good time, you know? No, son. No. No. Just going up there was insane. I loved the road trip. I had an amazing time. I loved a lot of the food I had. And I loved, like, arriving at Detroit because, like, I just remember, like, oh, I had some, like, rockin' music on, and I was, like, so happy to just see the signs, like, oh, yeah, Detroit, here you go. It was, like, sundown, so it's, like, when you enter Detroit, it's, like, it was slowly getting dark, and it just, like, the atmosphere and how the city lit up and stuff, and, like, kind of just the dark territory you were entering. Like, I just loved it. I love the feel of it. Plus, I had, like, some awesome, like, dance, trance music on. Just driving through the city, like, at night, trying to find a hotel. I had so much fun, man. There was a point where I was stopped at a Walmart just to find a place to park real quick to figure stuff out, and there was a bunch of carts everywhere, and I remember just being so enthralled by that. It blew my mind. I just was, like, loving the hell out of it already. I just missed being caught in a shooting, actually, because, see, I was supposed to go visit my buddy at his house, which I did. I got to go to his house. I told him, oh, yeah, I'll be there after a while. I'm going to go visit the city. If I hadn't visited the city, I had just learned that on the highway that I was going to take to my buddy's house, there had recently been a shooting with some teenager and the cops over there. So it's like, yeah, I could have been caught right in that, you know? So it's like, kind of awesome when you think about it, as long as I'm not actually caught in it. Yeah. Yeah, you know, Detroit, that's good old lovely Detroit, yeah. But yeah, there was a lot of good things about that trip. I loved the pizza I had. I loved just, like, being able to see the guy's house. I got to see his hometown. We got to bond quite a bit. We went to some fancy malls and stuff. And even though, unfortunately, he was feeling a little under the weather, he still was a damn good time. And he did agree to go to this club with me. It was unfortunate that the club had nobody in it, which was a big letdown. But yeah, you know, it was still an amazing time.
Oh. Where's everyone?
I don't know.
Y'all, I'm just exploring at this point.
Surprise.
Alright, y'all, so we are about to head out.
This guy got scammed out of 20 bucks.
No, I didn't. So yeah, dude, I'm gonna not see you for probably a while. Till maybe next summer or something. But yeah, it's gonna be a minute, so yeah, let's kiss. No, chill. Alright, so yeah.
Columbus, Ohio, going back to that, there was quite a few good times there. I went with almost all of my main best friends at least once. I saw quite a few different concerts there. I saw with my buddy this country concert with Jordan Davis and Tennille Arts and Ashley Cook. Amazing time there, so many girls. I was like, whoa. So I need to see more country concerts for sure. I saw Bastille, which was amazing. I loved going with my buddy there. He didn't actually go to the show with me, though. I was kind of alone. That's all right. I still had a damn good time, even though it was like 90 degrees and we had to stand outside. At least by the time the band came out, it had cooled down a lot. So, you know, Daddy was not roasting his little balls off. But, I went back over there again later to see Walk the Moon that year. With another one of my buddies, we went to the club, the gay club again. This time, that was the one that I had foreshadowed that I tricked the guy into going this time. And I didn't want to do it, but then, like, I just noticed a trend. Like, each one of my friends sometimes, I love them to death, but it's like sometimes they're not the most into doing what I want to do, sadly. So I'm sitting here like, man, I want to go to this club so bad, but if I tell him it's a gay club, he's not going to want to go. And I just tried to explain that it's like, you don't have to even be gay, because I'm not gay. You don't have to be gay to even enjoy those. It's just funny and it's entertaining and, like, yeah, you know, it's just a damn good time. It's like, you know, just a club, man. But we did have a little fun here. Here's some videos of that. I still want to try and get the Columbus vlog out because there was quite a bit to unpack there. Not one of the better trips in terms of like how I felt, because I actually, right as we were leaving, caught some sort of cold, I feel like, because as the trip went by, as the road trip went by, like, I just remember my throat started getting very dry, and it, like, sick kind of dry, where you're like, you know, and it would hurt to swallow, like, it would literally hurt to, like, and it was, like, a pain in the ass to have to, like, you see a concert like that, where you're up there jumping, you're all, like, dehydrated and stuff, like, it was a little underwhelming. The show was great, Walk the Moon was awesome, I was so happy to see them, I was looking forward to that a lot, but it wasn't perfect, you know, and that is what it is, though. As far as other trips go, I did get to go back down to Nashville again. I got to see an event I was really looking forward to, iParty. Basically what iParty is DJ Matt Bennett from Victorious was playing all kinds of Nickelodeon and Disney hits. It was so awesome. I met a few new friends there. Again, I went with the buddy that I went to the Bastille show with. Yeah, he also didn't go to me with this one either. But that's alright, because I had a friend earlier who was going to that show that I would text on Twitter and Instagram and stuff, and we actually met up there. So I wasn't really alone, which is good. And you know me, I went freaking nuts. I had the time of my life. I gave no fucks. It was amazing, and I met some girls because of that. Like, they were like, yo, we like your moves, and I'm like, yeah, you do. And one of the disappointing things about that was we later on would go on to hang out, because I was like, oh yeah, let me get you all's information, get y'all's numbers, get the snappies and snappy chats. I want to hang out with y'all. And they're like, yeah. So they're actually from Lexington. I planned a trip all the way down to Lexington, which is about a 3-hour drive, which is okay. I love road trips. Like, I didn't mind doing that, especially if I was going to have a great time. And I did. It was a good time, but we had talked about going to this frat party, which would have been my very first frat party. And that was a big letdown that didn't happen.
Okay, so we're currently going to a random location. And the party is about to begin, y'all. Yeah.
Basically, they couldn't find where the party is and stuff, and like there was this big mess, and I was just very confused because they had talked about going to previous frat parties, and I'm like, how the hell did you not know where it is? Like, it was this big mess, and it was a big letdown. Like, even though it was cool to see them again, it's just like it was a little awkward having to just sit around and wait for a frat party that didn't unfortunately happen. But hopefully when I go back to college, you know, I can party it up there. But, you know, that was really disappointing. I wanted to party so bad. I would remember telling everybody at work that I was like, oh my God, I'm going to this frat party, yes. And then having it not happen, like, I was like, oh my God. Okay, next up I want to talk about girls. Yeah, you know, now you know I love girls, you know that. There's a lot of positives and negatives about girls I experienced this year, and a lot of things I learned, that's for sure. Going into the new year, I feel like this year was very transitional because I've had a few very good experiences with girls this year, and then quite a few pretty bad ones. This year basically was the first time that I'd ever been like ghosted, and it's happened like a few times, and I don't want to admit that, but it's like, oh, you know, it happens to everyone, and it's like basically you gotta like accept it and move on. But the very first time it does kind of make me cringe thinking about it, because even 6 months ago, I was a totally different person, and I had to go through this to be able to learn from it. But I mean, there was a girl that like I mean, I had a crush on was a complete understatement. Like, you know, it just got to where I was like obsessed with her.
She's the most beautiful girl in the world. Every time I see her, I get butterflies.
And I feel so sorry for like whoever's watching this who had to listen to me talk about that. Like all my friends, I hate that I like annoyed all my friends. I feel like I did. You can say, "Oh, Ben, you didn't annoy me," but it's like, if that were me, I'm thinking like if that were me on the other end, and I had to listen to some guy whine and whine about this girl like over and over, like I would hate that. I'd be like, "Yo, that's annoying as shit, dude. Talk about something else," like, you know. So it's like I hate that I did that. Yeah, like, because I mean, initially, what had happened was I'd asked this girl out, and she didn't feel very good about just telling me no. You know, you could see it. It's like, you know, it's hard to really tell me no, because I'm like, you know, it's like on the surface I'm like very nice, but it's like, you know, not easy to just tell me no if you don't want it, you know, which sucks. I want to be told no, but you know, I had built up so much. Like I built up so much courage to ask her out, which nowadays I don't have to do that. Like I got to where, thanks to that, I got to where if I want any girl, like I'm just gonna ask her out now. Like I don't even think twice, which is great. Like I said, that's part of the point I wanted to make, is that I had to go through some of this stuff to get better, to know how to communicate with girls better, and like to learn basically, and to grow and get more confident and just be more cool, be more relaxed. Like I feel like I'm more relaxed than ever, and I love it. I love that actually. But yeah, I did feel like at that time though that I was like utterly betrayed. Like, you know, I thought like, oh, she just tore up my heart and everything and like all that shit. And it's like, well, she wasn't the most nice, but it's like at the same time, it's not like, you know, I didn't set myself up for stuff like that. I could acknowledge that I wasn't, you know, like again, because I had first met her when I was still really shy about the job. So like I wasn't really like as charismatic or as funny as I could be, you know. I wasn't really myself. I wasn't really like I was very nervous, you know. I was still just like trying to get out of my shell and stuff, and she didn't really get the best side of me. It makes sense, like the way I approach things too. It makes sense why she wouldn't say yes. Like I'm not even sure if I was a girl if I would say yes. Like I mean, I it's like I totally understand it now. It's just like I hate that I like basically moped around and wasted so much time being sad about it though. That's the one thing that I'm like, oh, that's good time that you couldn't have spent on music. That's good time you couldn't have spent on YouTube. That's good time you couldn't have spent on your TikTok or just growing your own life. You couldn't have spent working out or anything. Like, you know what I mean? That's in the past, you know. Aside from that, there was a few other times where, like, I mean, I did get, like, girls' numbers. You know, like, I'd be like, oh, and I love that, like, I can just ask a girl for her number, right? And, like, get it. And it's like, oh, easy as that. I mean, I realize, though, that getting the number is only half the battle, you know, because you can get the number, but it's like securing a date is, like, so much harder, you know. So it's like, yeah, I did get to go on a couple of dates this year, but nothing really to, like, I didn't have, like, a steady girlfriend all year. I know they say, like, oh, yeah, just wait, your time will come, but it's like, you're only as young as the minute is, man, and it's like, I just kind of want to, like, get something going now. That's just who I am. I just want something now, and I've just kind of accepted that's how I've always been. It's just like, yeah, it's like, why wait? You know, it's like, I want to make it happen. I want to get out there and do things, you know? So it's like, hopefully next year, you know, it won't take too long to, like, you know, yeah, have someone come my way, you know, but we'll see, we'll see. That's about it with that. I hate that one of the girls that I was really into that I got her number did end up ghosting me again. But I will say it's, you know, it's so hard, I feel like sometimes, like you just get caught, you know, either by association or like with texting to remain interesting. Like, you know, it's like you can be all like, hey, you know, in real life and be interesting and funny and land the number, but then you just immediately bore her when you're texting and you're like, you don't even mean to, but it's like, that's just how it is. It's like it just acts totally different. And it's like, you know, it's like, that's just how it is. You just have to realize through all this stuff that it's like, oh, you know, the only thing you can do is like take accountability for yourself. Like, you know, that's basically what I've been trying to do, because I'm just like, okay, don't focus on what she gave you. It's like, how can you improve yourself? And it's like, that's what I take forward for 2023, because otherwise, how do you get any better? How do you, you know, you got to try and fail to get better. So there you go. The final thing I want to talk about is music. I did get out some music this year in terms of covers and one original song. I wanted to do a little bit more, and I'm definitely planning to do more next year. I wanted to do a little bit more of what I did, but I ended up just not being happy with a lot of what I tried to do this year. Like, I've been trying to work on getting some better mixes and stuff, but it's like I still just have this like home studio thing that isn't really a real studio. I just like record in my house, and it just isn't the same quality as going to a real like recording studio. I want to try and do that. I want to see how much better the quality will be, because I do feel confident in my voice. I feel like I have a great voice. I just think, I wish I had somebody here to tell me like, okay, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong, but I don't. I'm literally just like, I make the mistakes and then it's like, okay, I fix them myself, or it's like I learn from what I can from my mistakes in recording, just like everything else. I try to do the best I could, especially with these new covers and stuff. The only way I can really do that is with a good mix. A lot of my old covers, I just would take the audio and just put it on there, and like it just wouldn't sound very good the way it was recorded. And I'm like, I'm so much better than that. I don't want to put out like bad covers, because I'm like, no, I'm like, you give me a really good, like good acoustics, good audio, like dude, I feel like I could, you know, really rock the damn place, you know. Like it just sucks when you like work so hard at something and then you get an underwhelming mix back and you're like, I don't want to upload this. Like I had a Big Time Rush Christmas cover I was going to put up, but I didn't like the mix, so like I just didn't do it. I wasn't going to do that until I thought, okay, this is perfect. This is just how I like it. I'm not trying to be too picky, but it's like, that's just how it is, man. I did get up Dark Side. It was a song that I wrote. It was funny. I wrote the song before that situation with that girl I was talking about that I was really upset over, but I released it after the situation. So it's like, you know, I had to be like, I had to tell everybody, I'm like, no, this song is not about, you know, the girl I was upset over. It really, really wasn't. But it's like, some people were like, nah, it's about her, dude. You can't lie to me. But it's like, it's too bad that it's like, oh my God, it had to literally, that situation had to literally happen in real life. The situation, basically the meaning of the song Dark Side is, it's just about this girl that's like really bad for you. You are trying to like resist it, but you just can't. And it happens. Yeah, a lot of times, you know, you just meet a girl who's very alluring, very charming, you know, you want a piece of that. We're human, you know, let's admit it. We're human. And yeah, it just doesn't happen, you know, it doesn't happen your way, and it's just too bad. But anyway, but yeah, I did, the covers I did put up, I liked, I was proud of pretty good. Like the stuff, I would get a lot of like reassurance at work, and that felt so amazing. Like I'd go to work and everyone would be like, dude, you're like really freaking good. Like they'd be like, whoa. Like I didn't expect that at all. And like there'd be so many people saying it that I'd be like, okay, there'd be certain people, like you wouldn't say that if you didn't mean it. Like I just know it's like, okay, you wouldn't be saying that if you know, if I wasn't good. So it's like, whoa, the fact that you're saying that, you know what I mean? It's like sometimes your friends, they'll be like, yeah, you're pretty good. But it's like, they're your friends. It's like, you don't know if they're really, you know, I mean, not my best buddies, they'd probably be completely honest. You know, other friends, they'd be like, yeah, you're good, dude. But it's like, how good compared to what? You know what I mean? But maybe that's me being cynical, but hey, it's just like, I'm just saying, this year has made me do a lot of thinking, and it's crazy. So where does that put me going forward? I want to do a lot more music. I want to do a lot more content. I want to keep this channel open for maybe like vlogs and stuff. I want to maybe try and get more vlogs going. Yeah, that's basically about it. I've talked a lot, but my year was pretty insane. Had a lot of highs, a lot of lows, but you know, it was a great year overall. I appreciate those of y'all who still stuck around, who are still by my side. Thank you all so much, guys. And yeah, follow me on TikTok. You know, keep up with my Spotify. I want to try and change up the music this year. I don't want to do really the same old like buy an instrumental on an instrumental beat site. Like I want to get some real instrumentals. So like stay tuned. We're looking for hopefully some quality upgrades going into 2023 and making some epic shit happen. So yeah, this has been LegendBTV. Yeah, Happy New Year, guys. Bye.